well know. Got arrested last night. He pulled me over because he said I did not have a tag on my truck, and then it went from there. I asked him. He come up to the truck. Well, I can't go into details because they're going to use it against me in court no matter what I say. Anyway, they stacked charges on me. They tried to charge me for my pocket knife. Then he tried to charge me for the long knife that I carry in a sheath. They charged me for my black powder pistol, which under North Carolina GS says I'm allowed to have a black powder pistol, and a no carry permit is required. So we spent 3 hours at the courthouse today being arraigned, applying for a co-dependent attorney. We get out of court, we come out to the car, and the battery's dead now. I asked the sheriff for help. Nobody showed up to help. Some gentleman showed up in a Dodge to help jump us off. But now, because I'm a targeted individual, because all shit's hitting the fan, they don't want me to have any money. It cost me $150 to bond out of jail. Now they fried my freaking battery, or I will say my battery is fried. Just weird. Just weird that we come to the courthouse and my battery's dead. So I am under full assault today. Freaking cops, man. Longview cops who've shown that they wanted me. They've been hunting me for a while. So today we got out of court. I went ahead and filed for the body cam release. I talked to the DA, and the DA said that, check this out. In Catawba County, North Carolina, when you have a district court case, he said that I am not allowed to have discovery to prove I'm innocent. Oh yeah, they hurt me. They hurt me, TN News. That cop, Mason, thank God Mason come out and recorded it. Cop ran up behind me while I'm handcuffed, shoves me in the side of the police car, jerks my arms up behind my neck. You know how they do when you handcuff and they put their hand, they go up in between your arms and lift your arms up like this right here. Had me bowed up like this, and then swept my legs up underneath me, slam me on the ground on my shoulder and on my head, and then continue to drop knees in me. So yeah, they hurt me. They hurt me bad. After they did that, they get me in the car, and the cop was in my face with a flashlight. I've got to get the body camera footage. My phone was dead. Mason's got it. Tina had Mason come. Tina said that Mason was cussing the freaking cops out. So she had her brother cut. They threatened to call social services because Mason was recording them abusing me. They threatened to call social services to take Mason away because he's standing there recording the pigs. Ain't that freaking lovely? So after they beat me and they slammed me, they shoved me in the back of the freaking car. Cop gets in my face with his flashlight, shining it right in my eyes. Come on, look me in the eye, look me in the eye. Why don't you look, you ain't man enough to look me in the eye? When I'm handcuffed, this punk little bitch wants to goddamn he wants to be offensive. He wants to be goddamn rude. So, they dislocated my shoulder. You know how my shoulder is, it pops out easy. When he slammed me on the ground, it dislocated my shoulder, messed up my freaking knee, messed up my hip. So, go to the hospital, sit in the hospital for 2.5 hours, chained to a gurney. When they're rolling me in on the gurney, chained to the gurney, the cop was behind me, and I don't know if he did it or the nurse did, but they ran me. I had my head kind of hanging like this to be able to hold on to the, because the handcuffs were on my wrist. I've still got bruises on my wrist where they handcuffed me. Slammed my head in the freaking wall at the doctor's office, or at the hospital. They finally do all the x-rays on that table. Would never unlock the handcuff. Had me handcuffed to a freaking table. Then the judge says, okay, or the doctor said, we looked at all your x-rays. You're fine. You're discharged. So they discharged me, and the cop kept rushing me. I don't move fast. So that's the 4th time I've seen that chicken too. This is the most bizarre thing ever. You guys won't believe if I can even remember all the bizarre things that's happened today, just today alone. Because I don't get in trouble. I don't break the law. So we get to the courthouse, and I'm giving that little cop, I'm giving him a no seatbelt. He put no seatbelt on me, drove down the interstate at 80 and 85 miles an hour with me in no seatbelt. So I'm going to get all his information on the dash, how fast he was going. I'm getting everything. I've already filed for that at the courthouse here. We get here, and I told him, I said, I'm going to freaking own you. I'm going to be on your jacket forever. You can call me plaintiff. Takes me in there. He's in front of the magistrate, and he's lying to the magistrate. I'm chained to the wall over here in this cop shop. He's lying to the magistrate. Magistrate said, okay, how did he resist you? Well, when I put him in cuffs, he was flinching, and he was moving about, and he was cussing me. So cussing cops is resisting arrest in the state of North Carolina. Or the Longview PD, this little punk-ass cop got his feelings hurt. 135 pounds soaking freaking wet. Bless his heart. He needs to arrest somebody that stole his ass because he ain't got one. So, talks to the magistrate. he tries to get the magistrate to level concealed weapons charges on me for my pocket knife, and the magistrate wouldn't do that. So then they went and got a tape measure and measured the knife that I keep on my side for a sheath that I use for work. He tried to measure that and get it for concealed weapon. He said, well, that don't count. He's got this black powder pistol. That's a concealed weapon. You have to have a concealed carry to have that in your pocket. When you look at the statute, it says clearly a black powder pistol does not require it's not considered a firearm, so it doesn't require a concealed carry permit to conceal it. It's right there in the freaking law. It's on the on the GS. I looked it up this morning. So they stuck me with that, got me for resisting arrest because I flinched. Well, when you're grabbing me, jerking me around, he said he wasn't moving fast enough. Well, the courts have already determined as long as I'm moving in the direction I'm told to, I can take my time. I don't have to rush to appease a pig like that because he's pignorant. So I try to tell the magistrate, I said, listen, magistrate, before you do this, realize with a black powder pistol, there's no permit required because it's not considered a firearm. Because it's a replica from 1899 and before, and it has a percussion cap. It's not a rimfire or a rimfire or a center fire ammunition. So he just stacked that charge on me to be able to take my gun. So right now they have my gun, they have both my pocket knives, one pocket knife and the knife I keep on the sheath. They give me no record that they stole. They give me no record that they took it. They just took it. There's nothing written down that they've got my firearm, nothing written down that they've got my knives. So I come to court today. They set the court date for today, the very next day. Had the bond out. Bond was $1,000. Paid $150 to a bondsman. Finally get out. It took the magistrate. Tina, it took what? The magistrate 45 minutes just to fill out the paperwork, because the magistrate didn't know how to fill out the paperwork. The magistrate didn't even know how to print out the paperwork. So we get that done. Have to come to court the very next day. We show up. We're on the adding counter. We go in there, and I'm standing there, and I was thinking the other day about this guy that worked for me 30 years ago, and I turn around. I mean, it was out of the blue. I never thought about this kid till a couple of days ago. I ain't thought about him in 20 freaking years. I turn around in court. He's standing there. 2 or 3 days ago, I thought about my very, very first attorney that I had for the very first charge I ever had. I stand in front of the judge, and they give me a court-appointed attorney is the very first person, the woman I just thought about 3 days ago. So it's like I'm in a loop of this freaking matrix. And then we come outside, and the battery's dead as a hammer. So we've been out here. I knocked on the door at the sheriff's. I said, listen, my car's broke down outside. Can you get somebody to come over here and jump me? She said, okay, that's 30 minutes. No help. So I asked an older gentleman. He come over and tried to jump it, and the battery's completely shot. Does that make sense that a battery's just complete? Has this battery given us any trouble at all? Not a lick of trouble until today at the courthouse, where it's just dead as a hammer. So my options are to go to Advance and pay $160 for a battery, or go all the way home, get my truck, go get a used battery, and bring it back and put it in here. That'll take an hour to do that. Or go to Advance, and it'll take 20 minutes. But here my daughter's got to take off work to come help me, to get me out of this. And I don't have any tools. There's no tools in Tina's car. So he pulled me over. I went coming around the airport where I was filming the other night. He was sitting right there in the corner in the dark. I go past him. I don't hit my tail lights. I don't hit brake lights. I don't hit nothing. I knew when I came down the mountain last night, I had a bad feeling. Something was all over me. For the first time ever, I stopped at Arby's to get a sandwich. I don't buy fast food. I don't do any of these things. But for some reason, the first time, honey, do you remember the last time I went and got fast food by myself?
Years.
Like more than 3 or 4 years, because I don't do fast food. But for some reason, I said, I'm going to get an Arby's sandwich. I go get an Arby's sandwich, and then I passed this cop. And as soon as I passed him, I knew he was going to pull me. I go all the way down, I pass food line and get to the stoplight. A car pulls out of the line, he gets in between us. He follows me all the way up the road. I come over the railroad tracks above my house, and then I go down there to take a left and turn on the road. As soon as I turn on my road, he gets behind me. Doesn't turn his lights on until I'm turning in my driveway. When I get in my driveway, he comes up to the car. I think I opened the door, or maybe I should. I'm not sure. But I'm like, what the hell did he pull me over for? My phone's dead, so I can't record. He said, you don't have a tag on your truck. I said, well, you walk back there and see it. There's a tag on the back of my truck. You don't have a tag on your truck. Give me your driver's license. And I was like, sir, I said, there's a tag. If you will just check it. I said, what's your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I do not have a tag? And then he called for backup. Jerks. I'm remembering because my the adrenaline was pumping. Flash of lights set off my PTSD terribly. So I don't remember if he jerked the door open right then. I think he jerked the door open, gets right up in my face, is standing over me. He says, get out of the car now. So I get ready to get out, and then he just grabs me. He grabs me, and he just picks me straight up in his face, and he says, get out of my face. Don't you look me in the eyes. Don't look me in the face. Then slings me around, throws me up against her car, goes to handcuff me, and I'm giving him hell. I'm yelling, Mason, come outside and record. Sam, come outside and record. Does somebody come out and record this shit? Record this stupid pig. Slams me up against the car again, handcuffs me, and he's like, well, you wanted to do this. You wanted to do this. And then takes me over to the other side of the car. By the time I get to the other side of the car, the other punk, the punk bitch cop shows up. Davis, is that what you said his name was? Officer Davis? He flies up, jumps out, runs up, and bum rushes me from the backside and just beat the goddamn wheels off of me. He's like, you're bigger than I am, so don't you worry about it. So because I'm bigger than him, he felt the need to beat me. He felt the need to jerk me up, dislocate my shoulder, slam me. I mean, he slammed me against the car. I guarantee you there's a dent inside that car. I guarantee there is, because he slammed me hard. Then he sweeps my feet, knocks me down, and then hurts me. He has me on the ground. I think he stuck a couple knees in me. Then drags me back up by my arms backwards. So my arms are handcuffed behind my back doing this right here, forcing my head down. Jerks me up, slam me against the car again. When they finally got me in the car, this Davis pig comes up in the front seat and he said, you the guy with the YouTube channel, aren't you? Is that all you need to say? Police accountability, YouTube channel and Facebook page, the same reason the chief threatened me 3 years ago, the same exact reason they unlawfully trespassed me from private property. I've been pulled over in my driveway 3 times the past 2 years because of harassment. 3 times in 2 years that they've unlawfully pulled me over. I read the law and it said that you can't have any obstructions of your tag, but when you look at my tag, especially where he was, you can see my tag clear as day. I've been pulled over by troopers, Longview cops. I've been pulled over by everybody. Nobody gave me a ticket. So yeah, it's a dirty thing. So they took my gun, they took both my pocket knives, and now I got to worry about freaking court. I got to worry about all this other stuff. I mean, the statute says clearly that that there is no concealed carry permit to have for a black powder pistol. I argued with the magistrate. He said, if there's a projectile that comes out of that gun, he said, that thing can kill somebody, can it? Yeah. Well, it's a weapon. I said, I said, there's nothing in the law that says projectile that is considered a concealed weapon. Nothing. It actually has a specific statute regarding black powder that there is no concealed carry. I tried to take concealed carry classes for my black powder. They said you can't take it because we don't give it for black powder, and you can't take it because you're a felon. If I'm a felon in North Carolina and I can own a black powder, I can carry that thing any way I want, and they know it. So when he's roughing me up, the pistol's in my own, hooked. I keep it right here at all times. It's always right here, and it's visible. My black powder pistol is always visible. And the 44 I carry with me in my truck everywhere I go. I can stash that under my seat, in the dash, in the door. I can stash that gun anywhere I want to. My black powder pistol I can stash anywhere I want to. So my kid's here, guys. Please pray for me. Please pray for me. Reach out. I'm going to try to get my son's video so we can get this done. God bless you. I need all the praise you got, okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right, babe, what do you want me to do? What happens if I got a trailer hooked up and you can't see the tag because I got a trailer? What happens if I got a trailer hooked up and you can't see the tag because I got a trailer? You going to give me a ticket for the tag? Looks like they're behind us now. Is it? Yeah, they're not happy with me. I gave one shit in there last time. He brought this woman in and would not tell her she had the option not to blow. So as soon as you come in, I told her, I said, do not blow. She looked at me, what? I said, do not blow. He said, you don't know the law. I said, bullshit, tell that woman she didn't have to freak out. Oh, it was on. Your dad was loud last night. Tina said Mason was cussing the cops. She said, when he slammed me, he said, "You stupid son of a bitch. Don't quit hurting my dad." Yeah, they were going to call social services, have Mason taken away.
Wow.
And you should see this cop. Little 125 freaking pounds soaking wet, like 21, 22-year-old pretty boy, wanting to have power over me. And the other cop that slammed me, I mean, he hurt me. He came up and literally took all his force. When I'm handcuffed now, and I was about this far away from the car, takes me and rams me up against his car, and his hand was behind my head and the rest was in my back. Slams me. Then he has my arms behind my back like this right here, lifting my arms up, bending my face down like this right here on the side of the car. Then he said, "Spread your legs." He kicks this foot this way. And then when he did that, because I don't move fast. I can't move fast like that. Then he swept this leg and had me completely off the freaking ground. If there's a state trooper, don't do it.
I know, it was like,
Yeah, should have. Slits my. I was completely in the air when he was trying to slam me on my head. What he was trying to do. And when I landed, I laid down on my shoulder, right on the side of my freaking head, and Mason was sitting there recording.
Hopefully it saved. Did it save? Were you able to see
Tina saw it, but it wasn't, because Mason don't know how to use it. I taught him for years how to use it. The car was here, and I was here, and he was here. So he could pretty much see my head and shoulder, but he couldn't see the rest of it. So I don't know if he got it where he slammed me.
Nervous. Like, I guess.
Oh, I was yelling my head off. I said, "Mason, come outside and record these fucking pigs." I was loud as hell. He's like, "You have to shut up, shut up." And then when he had me in the car, in the side, I had my feet stuck out because I couldn't get in. He took his flashlight, stuck it in the face. "Come on, look me in the eye. You're all big and bad. Won't you look me in the eye? You ain't no man. You ain't man enough to look me in the eye." I mean, he was taunting me. Then when they finally get in the car, the other cop that ran me comes around to the front of the car and looks at me. "You're like y'all on YouTube, aren't you?" That proves everything right there, don't it? "You're the guy with the YouTube channel." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Thank you for beating me. Thank you." I said, "That's excessive force. I'll take that all day long. You want to beat me some more?" I said, "You're awful goddamn brave beating a man in handcuffs, ain't you?" I was in their ass. So, more than likely, the ticket for the freaking cargo thing, they're probably going to stick me with that one. But I didn't resist arrest. I never said I wouldn't give my ID. He didn't give me a time to. He said, "Give me your ID." And I said, he said, "You don't have no tag." I said, "The tag's back there." I said, "Well, you check?" I said, it runs out in January of next year. The tag's good. "You ain't got no tag on there. Give me your ID." Never once said, "I will not. I will not." Never said no. I mean, it was 40 seconds for him to drag me out of the car. That's fast. You ain't got no tools in here either, do you?
I've got this.
We gotta get tools.
Reader gadget.
I should have tried to jump the car off of yours. That's what I should have done. Yeah, we'll get this later here.
That helped somebody the other day. Because evidently, whenever I told them that.
Well, to help somebody?
Yeah.
Jealous?
I guess. Like, this guy was struggling to crank his car, so I just gave him the reader just to see what was wrong with it, and cleared some codes, and it cranked right up. But you don't need to be talking to strangers.
Well, I mean, it's dangerous. And then, I thought the other day, first time I've thought about this woman, Ann Goodman. First time I've thought about her in 30 years, and I thought about her. That Ann Goodman. She's an attorney. She was my very first attorney. And just out of the blue the other day, I was like, well, I wonder where Ann is. Guess who they gave me for a quarter-point attorney? Her.
Is that good or bad?
She's a good attorney. She's better than Ralph Young. And then I thought about this other kid the other day that I haven't seen in years because I called Jesse's son, talked to him.
Oh, did he?
He messaged me back, but I haven't had time to get it because my phone's been gone. So
They took your phone?
no, it was dead.
Oh.
So I couldn't even record. I was going to record, but my phone was dead. I'd been up there listening at the farm all day. So then I thought about this kid that worked for me 20 or 30 freaking years ago, and that dude's sitting in court this morning. It's the most. This is. I'm in a matrix of some BS. Let's try this because maybe a little apart. I got to get a wrench.
Hopefully we can make this quick.
I know. I mean, right, this first one.
Oh, I didn't realize that they were beside of each other.
Keeping the competition close. got a headlight out, baby. You need to fix that soon before they give you a freaking headlight. Hey man, my wife's working down here for just. Got any tools I can rent? I got $40,000 worth of tools in the hickory bank. That sounds good. My wife is not happy to put down. So whatever the cheapest one is, I'll do it. It's the top post as well.
Your battery, $199.99 with a $22.
$200. You ain't got nothing cheaper than that?
Yes, sir.
I use it and bring it back?
No.
Son of a bitch, that's all you got. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't get a freaking tape. Thanks, man. They want $200 for a battery.
Huh. So what do you think?
Let's go to advance. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You don't have a rope or chain in here, do you?
Mm-mm.
If I could just get her car to a parking place. I'm gonna go to advance try to get one. If not, you got time to take me home. Tenny's gonna be pissed. She's gonna be mad at Neil.
Well, does she need a new battery or you just need to plug it out?
Her battery's old.